Well, as I'm sure you guys have seen by now, the director for the Robin Hood show, that's R-O-B-Y-N, yeah, that Robin Hood, Julian Christian Lutz, went on that Instagram tirade about individuals calling out his show for being absolutely abysmal. Well, since then, he has been on just an X meltdown fest all day. It's been pretty glorious to see. I just kind of wanted to chronicle a lot of the things he's been saying and what others have been saying, some of the quote tweets, because it's been fascinating, especially because his meltdown sort of only proves everything that we've been saying leading up to this Robin Hood show, and really about media since about 2014 onward, is entirely correct. So welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol, and before we get into going through X and just laughing at this hilarious meltdown, please do drop me a subscribe, because we've been doing great. I want to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and this is how you do it. Let's get into it, shall we? So you got right here, Julian Christian Lutz, aka Director X. He loves to call himself Director X, thinks that's so cool. Like, I bet you money this dude just despises Elon Musk, but just like Elon Musk, he has the mentality that, oh, the letter X makes everything cooler. I used to agree with that, and then, I saw Director X and realized, oh no, there's ways that could be bad. It's not like Powerpuff Girls. Chemical X, that sounded cool. Sugar, spice, everything nice, and then Chemical X. There is no sugar, no spice, and nothing nice about these tweets. Let's take a look here. This is Robin Hood Bold Outlaw. I enjoyed the second episode of Robin Hood, if anyone's wondering. As for those lecturing me on what hashtag Robin Hood legend is like, well, I'd say the old saying, many men speak of Robin Hood who have never shot his bow, might apply to them more. And you see, Julian here is retweeting it because it's the only positive comments you could find on this show on all of X. Like, it's actually kind of insane the amount of dick riding that this this page here is doing for Mr. Lutz. But and then he says, no, I won't stop. This is hip-hop over here. We heart beef. You all your shows calling me all kinds of names. We won't talk face-to-face because I might call you racist, shake my head, nerdrotic, heels, babyface, Ryan Cannell, you two, Yellow Flash, and Mr. H. Well, you know what? First of all, Julian, I got something for you. I will absolutely welcome you, and I mean this. I genuinely mean this. You are welcome on my show, The Countercast. We do it on Mondays. You are more than welcome because I got some opinions. You want to call me a racist? I'm not afraid of you calling me a racist. I'm not a racist. There's a whole lot of really good quality media, whether it be nerdy or otherwise, that's to do with people of color, black people, Asian people, Latinos, whatnot. But let me tell you, your show ain't it. And let me show you why. Look at this right here. This is The Adventures of Robin Hood. This book, this particular copy, this book is older than me. I've had this in my collection since I was probably 11 years old. And so, yeah, needless to say, you got someone who's a bit of a fan of the property of Robin Hood. I've always loved Robin Hood. Also, my favorite adaptation of Robin Hood, without joking, is Robin Hood Men in Tights. So that goes to show you, if you want to do a different take on the character, I'm willing to give it a shot and try and accept it. It's been done well before. I don't see reason it can't be done now. I do see reason that your show can't do it right. So here's why you should come on my show, talk to me about this, because I only got about 1,500 subscribers, which I guarantee you is the same number of fans that your show has worldwide. So yeah, Julian, if you want to talk to somebody about your crap show, then by all means, you can come on, and maybe before you call me a racist to my face, you can actually hear me out as to why I think that this show is a problem and why it is not representative not only of Robin Hood, but of, I don't know, anything resembling quality TV. Here we got him retweeting Disparu. He is just craving exposure from these other big YouTubers who, let's be honest, probably have far, far more fans than he ever will. I will come on your show and you can tell me face to face. And trust me, don't tell a girl you one-starred a young adult TV show. I hang out with a lot of women. In fact, I got more female friends than male friends. So let me tell you, I don't think any of them care about this show. In fact, most of them don't even know this show exists. And the ones that do, you want to know what we talk about when we're hanging out? We talk about movies and TV shows because we're all in the same sort of interests when it comes to the sphere of nerd stuff that we like. We like the same sorts of TV shows and anime. So these, these girls that you say, oh, don't tell a girl you one-starred a young adult TV show. And the women in my circle, by the way, I don't hang out with girls. I hang out with women. The women in my circle, they will be giving it a 1-star right alongside me. They will be dunking on this show just as hard because it's that much of a crap show. So yeah, I don't know what sort of rank you're trying to pull, talking about bringing women into this. Like, oh man, you're not gonna get laid because you didn't like Robin Hood. bro, you're not gonna get laid if you walk, bring a girl over to your place and say, hey, let's watch Robin Hood. She's gonna be like, wait, what? Nah, I'm out. There's other people. I can go ride around with Davey and his Mustang. Like, here we got him going off on the quartering coffee brand coffee. I'm not quite sure if he's angry about the dude or not, because they actually have had a bit of a back and forth. Then we've got someone, is it only bad because it's a black vision? And then he says, it's a big mystery. No, it ain't. It ain't a mystery at all. I'm gonna clear this up right now. No one is dogging on this show because it's a black version. We're dogging on this show because it is filled with identity politics. It is inherently stereotypical. Homeboy went on this big crusade in the video he made on Instagram talking about how, oh man, look at this Gandalf with the chains and the fried chicken, while he is actually wearing chains and like literally living out the stereotype that he's complaining about. If you don't like stereotypes, if you don't want to be a stereotype, why do you act like a stereotype in your own live videos? And then why did you put all these stereotypes in your own TV show? Like a hip-hop group called The Hood. You don't think that it doesn't get much more stereotypical than that? Oh no, the underprivileged black individuals going up against the white real estate moguls. Like, you don't think that's a bit stereotypical? So nah, it's not bad because it's a black vision. There's a lot of good stuff out there that's black vision. Last I checked, throughout almost all of, like the 80s and 90s, The Cosby Show was the most famous show on TV. Now, what Bill Cosby did later on aside, that the matter is, everyone, white, black, brown, Cuban, Asian, whatever, everyone loved The Cosby Show. Everyone also loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They love Family Matters. I mean, Steve Urkel got his own weed named after him. We got Purple Urkel out there. But what, all that's too old? The Jeffersons too old? You want some recent stuff? Alright, Lovecraft Country. Every single individual I know adored Lovecraft Country. And it doesn't just stick to, TV shows. There's a lot of very popular, important black-led movies that people just seem to love and have always loved. Remember the Titans with Denzel. That is one of the most famous sports films of all time, if not the most famous sports film of all time. Like, what's its competition? Rocky? Is it Remember the Titans and Rocky, and they go head to head? I think most people are gonna choose Remember the Titans if I'm being 100% honest. There's a million movies out there starring majority black leads that everybody loves. Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton is an adored movie. Let's be honest, it doesn't get much more, black-centric than that. Or what about, Black Panther? Black Panther was like one of the first superhero movies, first Marvel movies to break over a bill. Now, frankly, I think that movie sucks, but not because it's a majority black cast, but because most superhero movies, yeah, even from the good phases of Marvel, actually are pretty crappy movies, but that's just me. What about Juice? Everyone and their mother loved Juice back in the day. And in fact, pop on any 90s movie that's, sort of a black-centric cast. You're gonna have, loads of individuals talking about how great it is, how nostalgic they are for it. So don't tell me, oh, it's because it's the black vision. No. It's not because it's the black vision. Quit trying to sow division is what you need to do, because most people hate this show, not because it's black, but because it's literally just that bad. It is everything so on the nose and pandering, all while destroying a beloved and established IP. Every single thing that we've been complaining about since about 2014 is wrapped up in one neat little bow in this show, to the point that you would think this show is parody. But for whatever reason, you're in this and you think you've made yourself a quality show. Is it because you're Canadian? Because in Canada, you guys seem to actually take this stuff seriously, which, kind of blows my mind with the totalitarian regime you're living under. But nah, it ain't a big mystery. You're just a moron. So here we got this again. There are a zillion Robin Hood projects every year. This is from that Robin Hood Bold Outlaw account, because we haven't seen enough of him. Far too many for me to keep track of. If you don't like one, just mention that and move on. You don't need to attack the creators as if they're the sheriff of Nottingham who just burned down your family's home. And Julian says this. Well, let's take a look at this account right here. Robin Hood Bold Outlaw. Robin Hood Bold Outlaw, Barnesdale and Sherwood. Dedicated to root Robin Hood legend from the medieval ballads to modern pop culture by Alan W. Wright. Now, here's the dealio. Toronto, Canada. Look, ain't no one from Canada, not one of these soy mofos that, these are the same people that don't have free speech. They're getting their bank accounts shut down by the government when the truckers are out there protesting. The Canadians are terrified of their own government unless they fall in line with the actual insane methods and ideologies that are being proposed in Canada. This is the country that's hey, what, you got depression and you need help? You want to seek out therapy with the free healthcare? How about you kill yourself instead? We offer assisted suicide suicide, paid for completely by the government. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be taking someone who's so indoctrinated in Canadian ideology's opinion on whether or not this Canadian Robin Hood show that does nothing but check box after check box after check box. I'm sorry, what they got to say really is not that important to me. So Robin Hood Bold Outlaw, bold of you to have an account, because I'm telling you, you were probably taking L after L. Robin Hood hit the bullseye every time. You do the exact opposite. It is a shame that you want to model your account after Robin Hood. Like, maybe pick, I don't know, Friar Tuck, because I'm sure that you're sitting there in your basement on this account, fat as hell, just like my homie Friar Tuck was. My comments are filled with people saying my show isn't getting review bombed as they pile on to every social media platform to talk shit, but I'm sure IMDb is sacred ground where y'all would never act as you do here on Instagram or trending topics. Y'all really think people can't see what's happening? Look, I'm sure that there's going to be some people out there reviewing this negatively just to review it negatively. You want to know why? Because I almost did it. Not because I got anything against the show or whatnot, because I haven't seen it, but ever since I saw you having your little Twitter melty, I literally thought about going to Rotten Tomatoes or one of these other sites and 1-star reviewing it just to get under your skin, just to be like, haha. And then I thought, nah, I got more integrity than that. I've never done that before. I won't start now. But you acting a fool on X has made me genuinely consider doing it even more than I normally would, because that's what happens. You tell someone on the internet not to do something and they're immediately going to do it. That being said, I bet the vast majority of these people have attempted to watch your show, and it's that bad. Very rarely have I ever dropped a TV show. One of the few that I reviewed that I did drop was Velma. After 2 episodes of Velma, I couldn't do it, and I went to Rotten Tomatoes to tell people I couldn't do it, and I left a scathing review of the first 2 episodes of Velma. I'm sure people did watch your show, or at least tried to watch the first episode of your show, and it was so garbage that, yeah, they hopped over, they gave it that 1-star review. You were talking about how people, how are they 1-star review? This is review bombing. It's not even streaming in their country. As if that's not the selling point of a VPN. Like I hop on YouTube and I watch YouTubers who are sponsored, and every freaking ad read about a VPN talks about how you can watch region locked content. You try to tell me that there are not people from all over the world watching your content and hating it? Because I completely believe that even people in Zimbabwe probably watching Robin Hood and being like, oh dude, let's go back to starving. That was better than watching this show. Yeah, it's super funny to see this guy have an absolute meltdown on X, because he made a bad show. Like, let's be real, it happens. There's some awful television shows out there. Most of them are forgotten to time, just like this one will be. But he's making it his crusade to try and tell people, paying customers, that they're wrong. Where's all the support for it? Like you retweeted one account that stands anything and everything Robin Hood, apparently, that says they're enjoying the show. They're also from Canada, which again does not give me a whole lot of confidence. Where are all the other supporters of this show? Like where is it on the streaming charts? Where's those streaming numbers? Why haven't you given us those? I mean, you might not have access to them, but let's say you do. This show has been the butt of the joke ever since it was announced, when people remembered it existed. Like people saw this, thought it was parody, thought, oh my god, that looks like something that, the right wing would make up as a joke to make fun of left-leaning ideology, and then, they would move on and they'd forget about it because it was that forgettable. And then it would pop back up in the news, and the jokes would start all over, and then it would die down again. Like, videos like these from these sorts of channels, mine, Hypnotic, Disparu, Nerdrotic, all these channels that cover this sort of culture war stuff, videos like these are gonna blow up for a week maybe, and then they're going to die off and no one's going to remember it. Then a year or so from now, we're all going to be doing streams and laughing and talking shit, and someone's going to say, remember the craziness of that Robin Hood show and all the subscribers we got off that? And we're like, oh damn, I haven't thought about that show in a year, because it's going to disappear just like that. You're funny for a moment just because you were so absurd, but this is not going to last, and your show is trash. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, and tell me, what's nerdier than Canadian television, eh? Yes, by all means, please do also follow me on Instagram. I do now have an Instagram where I just post, the various, carnivore recipes I got going, my excursions at Magic the Gathering tournament, so check me out there at wordsofparadise_Leon, and please do check back, because it's all here in the nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.